going to be a hit. I liked Voices Carried. Nobody else, Robert liked it, but the other guys wanted to kick it out of the set before anybody even heard it. So, you know, so then they thought, well, maybe we're not such a great judge of what's a hit and what's not a hit. And, you know, we just picked the songs on the basis of whether we liked them and whether the producer liked them. He listened to all my demos. And, you know, some songs he really liked, and some songs, you know, we tried to pick them in such a way that would make a good album, you know, and we didn't listen to any song and say, well, this would be a great hit or a great single. We waited till we had everything together to do that.
The way you were sort of able to, you know, get on with new things rather than, you know, concern yourself with equaling your previous success. It was,
you can't think of that way. You really can't. You can't be scared about it. You just have to think, you know, that, I mean, we make music to please ourselves, we really do. And that's the only way, you know, we can't write songs to order. You know, sometimes people say, you know, that our songs are, I mean, we don't have enough up-tempo songs. Like, if I want to, you know, if I don't have it in me, if I don't have like that, you know, get up and party atmosphere in me, I can't write a song about it. I can't, you know, unless I'm going to rip somebody off. If I don't have something to say, then a song doesn't get written. So that's, you know, we just wanted to make an album that we would be proud of, and we wanted to make an album that a year from its release, whether it was, you know, went through the roof or went down the tubes, we could say that was a great album. So that's what we feel we've done. There's not a note on it that I have a problem with.
The video may have had quite a bit to do with the success of the first single, Voices Carry. Do you have any sort of policies or philosophies in terms of videos?
Just to do what the song seems to call for. A lot of times when it's time to make a video, I just put on the song and I play it over and over and over, and I close my eyes, and what I see is, you know, hopefully what I'll do. I didn't really, for What About Love, I didn't have, you know, I could see parts of it, but I couldn't see the whole thing. So I just decided to do a very, you know, sort of fast edited, fast paced, you know, documentary style thing. But and what was the second one? Looking over my shoulder, nobody knew what to do, so we just threw that together.
That's easy enough.
Yeah, but Voices Carry I really hammered out with the director.
A lot of us will associate, you know, rock with you know, getting wild and, you know, guys going out on tours and, you know, having, you know, a wild time and stuff. But apparently that's doesn't fit into your.
No. Because that's not, you know, that's not my idea of fun, and that wears so thin after a while.
How do you keep yourself going on? When you go out on tour, I mean, you haven't really toured.
Yeah, well, touring is really strenuous, and I think that if you know, the only way to do it is there's two ways to do it, and that's the way most people. One is the way most people do it is they have to get up early, you know, and you know it can be so boring. So like, you know, they just take drugs all the time. They have to get up early, so then, you know, they take something to wake them up, and that's like, you can kill yourself, you know. And you see these guys who are 30 years old, and they, you know, they're like this, and that's the reason why. And the other way is just to be as healthy as you can, and, you know, exercise and try to be in shape for it, because it can be a grueling thing, and it can be very lonely, and, you know, but then you have to pace yourself. You go out for 4 weeks, take a couple weeks off, go out for 4 weeks, take a couple weeks off. When we toured this last time, we didn't have any time off, so, you know, all of us were just bouncing off the walls.
What kept you going during that time?
No, it didn't keep me going. I had to drop off tour. I was ready to kill myself.
Is that
I said,
right?
yeah. I mean, not ready to kill myself. I'll tell you what I was ready to do, though. I was ready to, like, cut my hand up so I couldn't play. And I thought, this is ridiculous. Do you believe I'm thinking of this? You know, just drop off the tour. It's not that important. It's a tour. Big deal. We've been playing for, you know, like 4 months already without a break. Just drop off the tour. So we dropped off for a week, you know, big deal.
It kind of must surprise you when you hear about bands like, you know, Iron Maiden going on the road for 14 months at a time.
They're insane. They're insane, but also, things that are important to them are not important to me. I mean, I don't like sleep with, young guys. And, if you're into, like, sleeping with a different girl every night, I mean, that's going to be heaven for you. But to me, that's totally unappealing. I don't take drugs, so there's nothing there for me, And you're never in any one city long enough to, like, see the sights. And you can't make friends. You can't have lasting friendships. So you just have, I mean, there's like nothing in it for you, and it's such a weird world. Like, just traveling from one place to another, you get so disoriented that, that you, like, get into a trance after a while. And you forget what's important to you. You forget what's important. And that's why you get to the like, everybody's like, you gotta stay on tour, we're making this amount of money, and, we got these amount of expenses. And you just have to say, look, there's always going to be expenses. There's always expenses. There's always people's bills to pay and people to pay. And, like, you're never in the black, ever. No matter what happens, if you're on tour, if you're off tour. Like, we personally never see more money. If we're on the road for 6 months, as opposed to 4 months, we don't see any more money. We get paid a weekly salary. So there's absolutely no incentive for us after a while to keep going on tour, except for the vague promise that it helps record sales. But, like, you don't get money from that. Like, maybe 2 years down the line you'll get money for that. But, like, and then you do videos, and you have to, you pay for the video out of your royalty. So whatever money's made by the record selling pays for the video, and then you're told, well, the video is going to help you sell more records, but you don't make any money. That's the thing, you don't make money. So it's like, what's the point? All you know is that you're, like, shuffling from one city to another, and you're not making money. And why are you doing it? To sell records, so that you won't make any more money. So that's
But I mean, it doesn't have to
that's
be,
what it's like.
because there was, like, Steely Dan, who never went on tour, but that was...
That's right. That's another part of it. That's what we tell our managers. We say,
Aspire to that.
these people don't go on a tour. And I don't mind going on a tour, but I do want it to be paced well. If you never see home, I mean, it's so weird to never have, like, you come home and then all your friends are not friends anymore. You don't know them, and they're sort of into another circle of people, and they're into their own thing, and it's just a weird life.
Being the object of such admiration, do you feel any responsibility to sort of present your following with an example of...
Yeah, I do. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. But I don't worry about it because I don't take any drugs. I don't even drink coffee, So I don't think I could really set a bad example if what you took was, really what I am. But people always misread you, and I've, like, heard the most appalling rumors about myself come back to me, like... Well, I won't even get into it. But, like, people just really like to gossip about you, and, maybe if they see you at a party and you're really tired, they'll say, oh, she was smashed, I mean, they just love to gossip about you, and I've also found that people will make up things out of thin air, like unbelievable stories that are completely unfounded. That, like, you have a wooden leg or something. Like, I mean, I haven't heard that one. But that, like, I don't know, you're sleeping with a certain guy or something that you've never met, or, and they will just really make up things just out of maliciousness. Like some girl in Boston. I mean, this is just sort of a local gossip. But some girl that I met once told everybody that I made a pass at her, and I just met her once at a party. I didn't say anything to her. I just said, oh, hi, nice to meet you. Like, she came in my dressing room with a bunch of other people. And she said that I had made this really, sexual advance to her. So her story was, she's definitely a lesbian, I've got proof. And, like, how could somebody just make that up? It's unbelievable.
That is pretty straight. You had, Red Davies work on the second album, Mike Thorne's first. You tend to kind of give your sound a British edge.
I don't know. I don't really know what about the British sound versus the American sound. People say the British sound is more trebly, or something, and they have more use more echo. I think that it was just based on their individual performances on other records, and I really liked him. Some songs, you know, we tried to pick them in such a way that would make a good album, you know, and we didn't listen to any song and say, well, this would be a great hit or a great single. We waited till we had everything together to do that.
The way you were sort of able to, you know, get on with new things rather than, you know, concern yourself with equaling your previous success. It was,
you can't think of that way. You really can't. You can't be scared about it. You just have to think, you know, we're not such a great judge of what's a hit and what's not a hit. And, you know, we just picked the songs on the basis of whether we liked them and whether the producer liked them. He listened to all my demos. And, you know, some songs seemed going to be a hit. I liked Voices Carried. Nobody else, Robert liked it, but the other guys wanted to kick it out of the set before anybody even heard it. So, you know, so then they thought, well, maybe